Okay, here we are finally in the office. It's still, you know, still needs to be done. Shelf is now mounted to the wall, so I can yank on this and it won't move. Sorry about my finger. This shelf is going to be remotes, wheels, miscellaneous stuff. So there's only going to be wheels down there. Those are the stock wheels that went to my monster truck that now has the jumbo Kongs on it. But let's go ahead and talk about this. So, a lot of people have been looking up the Everest 10 body swap. That's not what we did. This is the Everest 10. I still have a lot of work that I need to do to this thing. I gotta finish up adjusting all the suspension because it still tracks a little bit to the right and the rear. It goes. It will keep going. That right there is my Everest, or my Red Cat Gen7 Sport, I believe. I don't even remember. And this is that Jeep body that we were going to swap onto the Everest 10. Now, it would have worked if the suspension wasn't so soft. Because the way the suspension is set up, even just this body on it, you'll be going down the road, next thing you know, it'll just start tilting. And then it'll tilt the other way, and it'll just stay there. So it did not have enough, rebound to keep it in place. This is my Gen 7 Sport. Now, I still need to put new shocks in this. You can see, if you look at the shocks there. That's fully extended. If I let them go, they should stop right about there, but they just keep going. And then if I go and push them, they barely come back up. And in the back, it's one side sags more than the other side, and it's a big pain. But I did paint the rims. That's a silver with the black outer. It's already chipped up, but that's whatever. I did the inner rings too black, just so it didn't look like garbage. This is a winch, which I still need to put the controller to it, but I did try it. It works. It'll lift this thing off the ground, no problem. Now, this is the Walmart Intimidator. Sorry, I just got a text. This is the 1/8 scale monster truck that Walmart released, or New Bright released. You can see right there, it says New Bright. We'll stop looking through the camera. It says New Bright here. New Bright Intimidator, Wrangler. These came in a couple different styles. You had the muddy one, you have this one, and then you had one that I believe had a hard top that went all the way back with clear windows and interior. I am going to be getting the top with the interior separately, unless I can just find another body. It doesn't matter. But so far to this, I actually have a lot done. You can see how I have a lot of it cut up. Let me go ahead and pull it off. Oh, I don't want to rip those wires. Give me a quick second. Okay, sorry about that. Here we go. This is the interior of the Jeep. Sorry if there's a glare. It's like sun is right there, and I don't have any curtains yet. It's a mess. You can see how I have the magnet just hot glued on front and rear. It's hot glued onto this back mount. It is offset because of this, which is weird. Because that's a lot more offset than what that is, but it's whatever. I'm not worried about it. This is a basher truck anyways. You can kind of see when looking at it like this. See how it sags? That's not the table. That's not any camera tricks. That's just where the truck naturally sits. I do have this hitch on it. I did order a trailer that was supposed to come in, but I ended up getting the refund on that because the guy said he sent it and never answered any of my emails, and I just never got it. It was supposed to be here like last week. Never showed up. So I do have a hitch on here. It's really loose because it was never tightened. Oh, you guys didn't even see any of that. My phone doesn't want to focus. There we go. I did make a little styrene exhaust It's nothing too fancy. Just a little muffler tip. Then downsize to the mounting screws to the back here. You know, you push up, it hits. It's nothing perfect. Again, this truck is a basher. I'm not looking for it to be perfect. I'm looking for it to be useful. Now on the body, I have the orange LEDs to the turn signals. White LEDs. I had to drill out the headlights and taillights. I did take everything apart. I had taillights completely out, headlights completely out. Basically, this truck has been apart. But if you're somebody that does a lot of RC, it's no big deal. It's just another thing. That wire did come out. But it's whatever, it's just ground. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. This is where the Jeep went. I can put it down. It's not perfect. You can see some orange here. I was going to be repainting the whole thing. But it's, again, it's whatever. Yeah, I just wanted to give an update on this. Since a lot of people are looking up the Everest 10 body swap, I'm putting this up as the Everett or the Gen 7 body swap. Now this would work on that chassis. It's just I don't feel like dealing with spring rates and stuff like that. If you were someone that wanted to get this swapped onto here, it would work. You just got to deal with it a little bit. But basically all I did, set that off to the side. All I did here to swap it onto here was I moved this link forward. I moved this link back. I moved this link back. I have the spring set to the far back position. I did cut the drive shaft like most people say. You know, you cut it down so that it doesn't bind up with the transmission, blah, blah, blah. I didn't move the upper link for the front. I did move this to the center. If you see where all my holes are, it's actually a lot different from where everyone else's would be because theirs would be all the way up here. You can see how my shock mount, or my body mount, instead of it being all the way up here on the top hole, it is all the way down there, which is, it lets me take the body mounts a little bit lower for the magnets. Same with the back. I have it down a little bit further than what anyone else would have. Now it's weird to see that because a lot of people would raise these up so that they can have their stock body raised up, and then they would flip the bumpers so that nothing hit. Now because I have these flipped, I have this flipped, I had to do some trimming. Sorry, I had to do some trimming on the body. This is an aftermarket. It was for an SCX-10 body or something like that. You can see how all that's trimmed off the bottom, which there used to be that big front bumper. And then same with the back. It used to have a back bumper, which I trimmed all the way from the fender flare all the way across. I used an X-Acto knife to basically score everything multiple times, and then it just popped right off. Yeah, I mean, it went all the way across the bottom. I did leave this here just so that it looked a little normal. I still need to go over everything with sandpaper. I wanted to see, because there are those little holes down there, if maybe I can get some flag poles and like drill this out a little bit and just have a pole go straight down in and then have some flags stick out the top. But then I have a little antenna here. You know, it doesn't stop wagging no matter what you try and do. It's loose again. This is an aftermarket rear bumper from Amazon. It was like $17 or something like that. It came with a hitch. That hitch ball is on the monster truck right now, but the hitch itself isn't. Just the ball itself I have screwed into the monster truck. But yeah, this, you can see how it's drilled out already because their holes didn't come center, and it was a big mistake to buy this. I mean, if you're somebody who knows what they're doing, it's nothing to you. You just get your refund and fix it all yourself. Now to the front, you can see it says Red Cat on it. Stock Gen 7 Sport Red Cat front bumper. The problem that I've seen with these bumpers, they do have the 2 holes for headlight turn signal, and then it comes out really far. They normally stick out about this far. And that's on both sides. So you can see, it also had a piece that came across like that. But I trimmed it all off, made kind of like my Stinger style, which I might like cut it here, take some heat it up, point it straight, and then put some styrene in there to make even higher of a Stinger, since it is a Jeep. But I mean, so far I haven't had any issues with it. This is a problem that I've been noticing. I haven't tried tightening it yet, which if you look at the top screw, you can see how it's just having play in the top screw, which that's where it pivots. So I don't know if maybe the screw is just loose, if it's worn out in there. I haven't taken anything apart. I haven't had any need to take it all apart. This is another thing. You can see how that, let's play. This is the aftermarket Hexfly HX3225 servo. It is the 25 kilogram servo. There you go. This is the waterproof one. I have that in there, but the problem is when I got it, it only came with the horn. It didn't have any screws. So you can kind of see in there, there's a Phillips head that came off of another one of my servos holding it on. Now, I don't really have anything that tight yet. Again, I can still go over and fix a lot of things, a lot of the problems that I have. So I'm going to probably tighten that up, tighten up that little screw that's on the top of the horn. There should be one up here, and then another one screwed in down here, but that lower one I lost out on the trail somewhere. But with this servo, I get full radius right. You can see. Full radius left. And with it being locked rear, locked front, that a lot of people say that it helps. A lot of people say it doesn't help. I've learned going up slick rocks, it helps to have this much angle. But in dirt and sand, this doesn't mean anything. Because it's just going to push with the rear, and then your front end is just going to slide forward anyways. On light gravel, I probably don't even steer anywhere past like that. But, I mean, it's to each their own. You know, you might have a use for it, you might not. It's something that you got to try around, you know, just play around with. And all it is I believe they were back there. There are bump stops on the inside of the knuckle there. Right where my finger is. You see where the tip of my finger is? This right here is the bump stop grab, which it stops you from steering any further. Now you can see how it hits a spot that looks cut away. That's because it is. Here, let me turn this around. You can kind of see in there where it hits. I have that cut away. Sorry, I'm so fucking shaky. It's cut away so that the knuckle, when it comes over, it grabs and it just, you can see. I also have that cut away a little bit. But I mean, again, to each their own. Do what you want to. I'm probably not going to do many videos on this, just because it is a beater rig. I think the next video I might do on it would be repainting the body, the stinger being done, lighting being done, the shocks being done. I want to get the upgraded front knuckles if I don't get portal axles. What you can see in the back, it's already looking like it's starting to bend. You can kind of see sunlight, if it'll focus. Kind of see sunlight right through there. That's not good, like at all. But again, it's whatever. I'm not worried about it. It's a beater truck. It's gonna get beat on. It's gonna be played with. So it's whatever. Let me go ahead and plug this in real quick so that I can show you guys some of the lights. Oh, I need to turn this so I can see where the power is. And don't worry, I will be getting a mount so that I can mount you guys up. Like kind of like a phone mount. Okay, there it is on. Headlights, turn signals, turn signal. They don't really work when you steer the wheel. It doesn't matter. It's just for show. Brake lights, really bright. Headlights, semi-bright. It's also, battery's dead, so with the body on, this is full flex. I can turn it right, I can turn it left, and it still hits the bumper, surprisingly. You gotta see. Rear, full flex up, full flex down. I do want to lower the rear, lower the front, maybe around that height. But you can see the front is actually, if you were to go by the mounts and the side of the frame, the front springs are actually down on the frame, so the front end should be sitting higher than the back end. And if I hold it like that, you can see that it should be sitting higher. When I let go, it doesn't. Because this right here, that's rear spring, that's on it, that's fully extended. You can see how it only went down like one spring. If I do that to the front, that is the entire shock. So, I don't know. You guys just go ahead. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not going to say subscribe or anything like that because I really don't care if you do or not. I cannot get the power button. But if you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead. Let me know what you think. What upgrades you think I could go with for springs and what you think I could do to make it not sag like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna be uploading another video today on the monster truck. I do want to take it apart. I want to show more people that because it was a Sam's Club truck. So if you guys are interested in that, just stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much. Have a great day.